Three-time world champion Jason Crumpy. We're out here at Curry for the final round, and it looks like it's going to be on.
Yeah, for sure. We had a great night at Albury Wodonga on Wednesday, and different size, different shape track tonight. Rick cleaned up Wednesday, comes in with a good point lead, and it's all for him to do.
And it really is Rowan Tungate and Chris Holder, the only guys that are really in contention for this championship. Just having a look at the track, though, we've seen practice go out there. Slight delay with the heat and everything, just trying to get that track in order. In your opinion, what's it looking like?
Yeah, it's looking better than it was in practice, that's for sure. But we've had 40-plus degrees heat today, so difficult job for the people, for the track staff here to get it absolutely right. But they've done a decent job. We've had a little bit of a delay, so we're hopefully we're set fair for a good night.
Well, the crowd has packed in here to the stands. Another great crowd for the championship. And let's just throw back, a couple of nights ago, for those that missed the round at Albury, the biggest track of the year, some of the most exciting racing of the year, and once again, Frick too strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Max rode a great night. He got points in every race he was in and carried that over with first pick of gate position in the final, which turned out to be a big advantage at Albury. So I don't think possibly the gate pick will be as important tonight. I think it'll be a little bit between a few gates, but certainly if Frick and Tungate make starts like they were the other night, they're going to be very hard to beat here.
And with the likes of all that international experience, we're talking about slightly more technical track here, a lot more braking of the traction of that back wheel. Are we going to see Chris Holder come?
Well, absolutely we could do. We need to see Chris get back to his best, something like he was riding at in 2012 when he won the World Championship, and sooner or later he's got to reproduce that form, and it would be great to see him do that tonight.
And the other man, of course, that we need to mention, Brady Kurtz, not the start to the season that he would have wanted. The first 3 rounds, very costly to his points, made his way into that A final last year. Kurtz feeling a bit more confident?
Yeah, for sure. And look, it's a track that all those guys that you've mentioned have ridden at quite a bit. Brady had a better night for sure, but a dark horse for tonight. Jack Holder has been very, very close to the final. I think he's been in every B final, but no A finals yet. So I think Jack could be in for a big night. Looked pretty good in practice as well.
Well, I was talking to Jack just after practice. He said it's very slick out there, but he's confident that he can go get it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure once again to bring you the final round here on NRG TV. We're going to go and join Kevin Williams up there in the booth. Our final round.
Thank you very much, guys. The sun is setting here at the beautiful Curry, as you can see in the background, not too far away from the official start of this fantastic round. Plenty of sunshine still in the eyes of the spectators. Let's take the opportunity to look at the current point standing for the riders in the 2019 Australian Speedway Championship Series. If we have a look at that, Josh Pickering obviously got to have one ride as the reserve. Josh Pickering with 1 point. We come back down, Zach Cook, Kyle Thompson, Zane Kelleher coming from motocross, first year in the Speedway Championship. Good on Zane. Ben Cook, Justin Sedgman and Todd Kurtz. So we head over to the top 10 now, and this is where it all starts to get. Jordan Stewart sits on 26 points, some 40 points behind the leader Max Frick. Ryan Douglas in 9th. Nick Morris, Jamin Lindsay, Sam Masters, Brady Kurtz made the final, only didn't get any points last week at Wodonga. He was in 5th position, 41 points, 25 off. Jack Holder, he is in 4th position and he is 24 points off, I should say. Then we go to Chris Holder. Now, an interesting round it was for Chris Holder. He made his way into the final from the B final, and he had a good run, got 1 point in that, so Chris Holder sits in 9th. Then we go back to Rowan Tungate. As we go down to the start line to get ready, Max Frick leads it. They're getting ready for heat number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Heat number 1, brought to you by the go-karts. It is Jamin Lindsay, Jack Holder, Chris Holder, and Ryan Douglas.
Tapes away. Tight turn, great start by Jack Holder there. Chris Holder's had to cut back to the inside. Through into second place. Jack Holder looked good in practice and certainly looks good here, but Chris is having a good run on the inside of him.
Yeah, certainly is having a good run on him. We know the points are going to be so important tonight as we go through. This is the final round of the championship, and it's the holders. They're out in front, 1-2 at the moment. In the red there, it's Jamin Lindsay in 3rd. We saw some strong performances from him down at Albury Wodonga only a few nights ago. But out in front in the blue helmet, it is definitely Jack Holder from brother Chris Holder.
Chris is trying as hard as he can, but Jack's riding a perfect line at the moment, and I don't think there's any room for Chris to come through with 1 to go.
1 lap to go, and it is the blue helmet of Jack Holder Leading brother Chris Holder from Jamin Lindsay back to Ryan Douglas. Douglas certainly has got nothing for him. Oh, Chris is really pushing very hard as they come through, but it's going to be Jack Holder who takes the 3 points from Chris Holder with 2, and then we're going to go to Jamin Lindsay, who's going to have the 1 point. So that's how they're going to go in that first one.
Great start from Jack Holder off gate 2 there, Kevy. It was a tight first turn, and he actually had to pull past Jamin Lindsay on the way to the first corner, and Chris cut back there and had a bit of a crack up the inside, but Jack had the line covered. We can see in the replay here.
Yeah,
Lindsay's actually got away. Lindsay's got away, but Jack's just got the run and had to squeeze him up, and you can see Chris cut back to the inside line there. That's a bit of home track knowledge there up the inside. And we'll watch here, Chris has ridden a much tighter corner on the first lap, and it almost looks like he's going to get Jack there, but just...
Yeah, Jack kept the momentum, didn't he? Kept it covered.
And from that time on, Chris was reasonably close, but just couldn't quite get a run together.
Right, they're lining up now for heat number 2, brought to you by Statewide Event Medical Solutions. And it is Justin Sedgman in the red from Sam Masters, the series leader, Max Frick, and Todd Kurtz in the yellow.
Big night for Max Frick tonight, Kevy.
Yeah, it's eluded him in a championship, that's for sure, and he really wants to get it in. Had a chat to him a little bit earlier. He's feeling fairly comfortable.
Yeah, it's easy to say that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, he said, I won't know until the midway where I'm at, he said, but I'm feeling comfortable. I've been relaxed since I left Albury. Was happy with the night, and we just got to play it race by race. He's not focused on the championship yet. He said, you've got to be in the final before you can focus on that. Fair comment.
Good point. Masters is away there. Perfect start. Frick back to the inside into second. Sedgman third, and Todd Kurtz at the back. I was wondering when we were going to see the real Sam Masters stand up, and he's got a lot of experience around this track here, Kevy. It's his home track. It's where he grew up racing a lot.
Yeah, he's certainly looking very strong there.
Oh, he's made a mistake there. Frick will be through on the inside of him like a shot. Yep, straight
Frick's got
through.
The line, sees the opportunity.
Smallest mistake there from Sam, and Max is right through it. And that's a guy on top form, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he has been all the way through the championship, hasn't he? He's made all the mains, and that's what he's got to do. And as he said, he's taking every race as he can. It's now the task for him to get out there. Certainly gapping a little bit from Justin Sedgman and Todd Kurtz now, but the race up front certainly is your championship series leader, Frick, who really throws it in from Masters in the blue. Frick a little bit sideways there, but he's got enough to come through. Great run through for the guy that time.
Yeah, that was the ride of the champion, wasn't it? Because he was in second place, and if you're honest about it, Max would have probably been quite happy to ride around in second place there, but the track opened up in front of him and he was through it like a bullet.
Yeah, sees the opportunity.
Smallest mistake from Sam. I mean, at this point of the race, Sam looks like he's set, he's under control and everything's going fine. You can see he just picks up mid-corner, just catches up just there, and it just throws him offline a bit, and Max is right there ready to go through. Just got the run on him down the straight and put Sam just offline. Perfect ride from Max. Exactly what he needed to start the night off.
Yeah, absolutely. As we line up now for heat number 3, Jace, it's Zach Cook in the red, Zane Kelleher, Ben Cook and Jordan Stewart. So this will be an interesting one to see. We saw Kelleher have a couple of good runs down there at Albury, had a race win, so that was good for young Zach, first time in the Australian Championship.
Yeah, good run for him, and this track again tonight at Curry will be a tester for him. The bigger track seemed to suit him a bit better, but Zane Kelleher, Zach Cook and Ben Cook are in this Australian Championship Series to try and learn. They're in it for experience, so it'll be great to see these guys 12 to 18 months, how much they can progress and learn from racing at this higher level.
Yeah, it certainly is. A few critical about the qualifying process, but you've openly said that you've got to give everyone the opportunity. They all had the same opportunity.
Yeah, I think the qualifying process is important.
In the starter. Oh, good run. Nicely done.
Jordan Stewart's made a good start from the outside. Kelleher's cut back to the inside.
Oh, very close.
Jordan Stewart in third place. That's Zach Cook in front with Zane Kelleher second. Jordan Stewart third.
Nicely done.
Good ride from Zach Cook here.
Yeah, he's keeping it very smooth and very precise in where he's putting that front
Jordan
and rear
Stewart's
wheel.
about to put some pressure on Kelleher there on the inside.
Yeah,
It's been a bit of a disappointing series. He's put a good move on there. He's tried to cut back up the inside. He should go through on the inside here, yeah. That's a bit of experience. Kelleher's run way wide. He'll probably lose third place if he's not careful here.
Yeah, I think he will go into the turn.
Yeah, he's fought back there.
Yeah, he's going to drift out as they come out though, but that's certainly the red is doing very well at the moment.
Yeah, very good ride from Zach Cook. Jordan Stewart had to work hard for that point, extra point there. Good win for Zach Cook. When you look at a race like that, Kevin, you know that Jordan Stewart's been racing in the UK for a year. You know, he didn't get that all his own way. He had to work pretty hard for that, you know, to get past Kelleher, and Zach Cook, you know, kind of had the race in his hand. Good start from Zach off the inside. They're all kind of got away. Right there, Geordie looks like he's got a good run, but Zach's made a good start, ridden just a bit wide. Kelleher's tried up the inside.
Almost touched there.
Yeah,
He was quite lucky, wasn't he?
Possibly did touch. And you see here Jordan Stewart go up the inside of Kelleher, and Kelleher's just gone with him. You know, he should have turned the bike a bit harder and tried to get back to the inside, and that's allowed Ben Cook to sneak around the curb and get past him as well.
Right, as we set up for the next one now, as they go to the line. This is heat number 4 we're looking at now. Rowan Tungate sits second in the championship. Morris, Thompson and Kurtz.
Yeah, Rowan's seen that Max has had a win, so straight away he's got to go out and get some points on the board, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's where the challenge is going to come from. And, you know, whilst you said to start, the grid picks here may not be as important as they were at Albury. 1 and 2 is where you want to be in the championship. That's probably going to be a fair start.
Yeah, that's pretty normal on most tracks, really. You know, it's you want to be towards the inside if you can, but sometimes here at Curry there is an opportunity on the outside gates. It's you know, so far we've had a few races, one from red, but we've also had blue win heat 1. So you know, it's interesting to see what Brady Kurtz can do off 4 here. I'd say another thing, Kevin, Nick Morris actually looked really good in practice.
Yeah, Nick Morris.
We haven't actually seen the best of Nick yet.
Starter's hands.
Oh, he jumped that a little bit, the rider in blue, but Tungate made a flyer from 1. Kurtz is going to try the outside run. We'll see if there's anything out there. Tungate was almost backwards there.
Yeah, he had it all the way around, didn't he? Rowan Tungate.
Certainly did. Little Rowan. He's rides some different sorts of lines on the track, Rowan. And I think because of his size and weight, he gets away with it. And Kurtz is, you know, riding hard behind him, but it's a bit slick around there, not much on the outside.
It's interesting you watch Rowan being so little. There's certain times where he's actually even got that outside foot waving in the air. It's not actually full down on the peg.
I'm not a big fan of that, but
looks a little bit loose, doesn't it, at times?
Yeah.
Well, he knows the track. It's his home territory with 1 lap to go. Rowan Tungate certainly putting in a great run from Brody Kurtz.
Well, Rowan's got nothing to lose tonight. He's 8 points behind Max. He's just got to go for it. And, you know, if all things are fair, then, you know, Max is probably going to win the championship. But it's a great effort from Rowan if he can come second ahead of Chris Holder.
Absolutely.
You know.
And not only, you know, from him, all he can do, reading right up to that, is win every heat that he gets in and let the cards fall the way they fall.
That's exactly right.
Well, he's got 1 up on Holder at the moment.
He's made a good start there. Kurtz has made a good one off 4, but just can't quite get there. And Rowan's ridden around the first turn with his front wheel over the curb, and that's exactly what you have to do. Right there, it looked like Kurtz might get a bit of a run. You see Rowan enter here. He's we changed picture, but Rowan actually went a long way round on full lock on his entry into the pit turn the first lap.
Yeah, there he is having a swing with that foot. So a good run from Tungate. Well, that's the first 4, Jay. So nothing really that surprising.
Is in the books. We're here with a winner of that and still very much in title contention, Rowan Tungate. Great first ride, great start. How is it out there?
Yeah, it's, the track's not too bad. It's a bit on the slick side, but no, it could be to my advantage. I'm not really sure. I'm just focusing on 3 points at a time, and we'll just see what happens.
So it's still very much motos at the time now. You're not really focusing on the championship?
No, all I can do is try and win every race. That's the best I can do, and and beat Max when I reversed him. So I'll just focus on that and see where I go.
And the track you've ridden many times, obviously a local boy here to the Curry track. Very hard pack out there, a lot of blue groove. Is that something we standardly see out here, or is this a bit of a different Curry?
Towards the end of the meeting it's like this, so yeah, you have to find a good setup and try and get it to work straight away. So yeah, I think we found something. We're just going to try and get faster and faster.
Well, congratulations in that first one.
Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Rowan Tungate, winner in that first one. He's going to go back there, get ready for round 2 of racing, but do not get out of your seats. The championship is still very much alive.
Speedway Solo Championship. And carry quite a lot of advertising for us during their program.
Well, here we go, Jace. They're just about to take the machines off, keeping that track prepped. Of course, the very, very hot temperatures here have really made the task tough for the guys prepping the track to make for good racing for this final.
Yeah, for sure. I think we came to Curry last year for the first round of the championship, and I think we had 46 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't think it was quite that hot today, Kevy, but it might have been 42.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was 46 inside my socks. I reckon it was definitely 46 in the shoes, but in a few other places it was quite warm. But nevertheless, you had to be in the shade. The guys getting ready to go out. So as we get ready for the next round of heats, Jace, the first round, nothing unexpected. Rowan Tungate there with Aiden, just as we sort of predicted. He's just got to, go out and win every race he possibly can. As he said, the important ones are to beat Max when he's up against him, and that's all he can do. And I guess it's Max's to lose.
Yeah, without a doubt, Kevy. It's any time you have a point lead like Max has, he's got 8 points after 4 rounds. So form shows us that he's riding well and in a good position. He needs to keep that going tonight. I think, Rowan and Chris, they can just go out and try and get as many points as they can and see what happens with their main rival. But Max has hardly put a foot wrong all series, and he's started off tonight. Sam Masters makes a mistake and the track opens up in front of him, and through he goes.
Yep,
so
exactly right.
It's the way it works for you when you're in a good run of form. So fair play to Max. I asked Max, and and he said to me, track opened up in front of me. Doesn't happen like that very often. So good way to start the night for him anyway.
Absolutely.
Bit of track work gone on there, as you can see. Bit of grading. Quite a bit more water. Hopefully we can see it start to turn itself over. That I think the mistake was made having practice when they did. The heat, there was so much heat still, and put water on it. They put a lot of water on it. As much water as they put on it, it just tended to bake it. And as soon as the bikes went on it, it just sealed it over. Well, so they've done a lot of work since practice to try and get the track back a little bit. So
they certainly have. As we have a look, Brady Kurtz from Jamin Lindsay, Justin Sedgman and Ben Cook. That's how they line up across the track from the red, blue, white and yellow. Who's your money on in this one, Jace? You'd have to think that if he can get a good start, Brady Kurtz from the inside should be pretty right on this one.
You would almost think so, Kevy, but we've made predictions before that have turned out incorrect.
Commentator's curse.
I said we'd just seen the real Sam Masters, didn't I, in that race, and then he made a bit of a blue, but all things considered, Brady will be fancying himself off gate 1 here. But Lidzi, you never know with him. He's a bit of a starter and a fast rider, so into starter's hands. Oh, they all moved at the start there.
Yeah.
Kurtz and Lidzi off the inside, but Kurtz got away with that.
Good
Lidzi's
ride
having
from
a
Lindsay,
run.
yeah,
He's
absolutely.
having a run around the outside. I'll be surprised if he gets too much there. Good corner from Kurtz there. Used his experience, but Lidzi's got some pace behind him. Justin Sedgman in third, Ben Cook at the back.
Brady Kurtz, clear vision and putting it in the perfect position around this Curry circuit at the moment.
Yeah. Lidzi put him under a bit of pressure there for the first lap, but looks like Kurtz has got himself set now and he's riding a good circuit.
Yeah, well, it's certainly needed. They need to keep that water in it. It looks like they've got it near perfect at the moment, Jace. It's just a matter of maintaining that through the night. So we'll probably have a few a bit longer prep times, but we'll just have to go through that and see how it is.
Lidsy's actually hanging with Kurtz here. Brady's not getting away, and not a bad ride from Sedgman in third there. He was in touch with them. But that's a good heat too, a good second race win from Brady Kurtz. He and Lidsy are actually quite good mates. I think they share a van in Polish League. They have the same sponsors, and we see there in the replay of the start, you can see that there was a bit of movement from the guys on the inside. But if that would have been a Speedway Grand Prix, it would have been pulled back.
Yeah, brought him back to...
Yeah, for sure. Riders for Heat 6 coming into line now. Got Nick Morris in red, Zach Cook, first race winner in blue, Jack Holder, first race winner in white, and Max Frick, first race winner in yellow. This is actually going to be a pretty tough one, Kevy. A tough one for Frick actually, being up on gate 4 with these three guys on the inside of him.
Yeah, well, Nick Morris has been doing a pretty good job of late. Jack Holder's obviously feeling pretty good about what he's going to do out there tonight. So let's wait and see how it goes.
I did call that before. Jack did look really good in practice, and I'm not surprised he beat Chris in that first race, actually. Frick's in a big rut there next to the fence off 4.
Pretty even
good
start.
Good start from Frick. He'll cut back to the inside here. And
He's
Morris has drifted. Oh, what a great first turn from Frick. That was a
textbook.
That was absolutely perfect from Max Frick there. Nick Morris in second, Jack Holder in third. You're not going to see many better first turns than that. You saw Max look over his left shoulder, and he knew exactly what he was going to do. That's clever.
Yeah, it's all about putting the bike in the right position. He did that perfectly, and he now starts to open up a little bit from these two.
And you see that there, Kevy, he's actually looking at the track, and he's moved out. He's gone much wider than anybody else has gone then, and he's gapping the guy. He's gapping Nick Morris, and Jack Holder's trying to put pressure on Nick. He needs to have a big run on the outside here. He's halfway gone. He's going to cut back on the inside and see if he can get the run. Has he got it?
Oh, very close.
Oh, he's not quite. Yeah, I would say Jack Holder got Nick there on the line.
Very, very close.
They were tight coming into turn 3 there, but great ride by Max Frick. That's exactly what he needed to do there. Watch the start here. Morris gets away well from the inside. Frick's going, has a quick look left. See? And Morris has just drifted up, and Frick's just gone straight through there.
Yeah, perfectly done.
Absolutely. He knew exactly where he wanted to be. And then on about lap 3, Frick did a really wide run.
Getting the feel of the track.
Yeah, right there.
Absolutely.
Much, much wider than anybody's been, and generated a whole heap of speed. And you can see the guys in second and third, Morris and Holder, they're very, very tight. Jack's committed to the inside. He tries to fox him here a little bit by going in a bit wider. I thought he was going to go all the way around, but he's cut back. He's got his wheels in line. They were very tight there. I don't actually know who got the second.
Okay, as we line them up for the next one, this is going to be heat number 7, presented by Raceline Liquid Technologies. Zane Kelleher, Rowan Tungate in the blue, Sam Masters, Chris Holder. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Rowan Tungate's going to really need to get a good start on this one because, Holder, he's from the outside, and we've seen that.
Well, it's going to be tough to get there from gate 4, but you can get yourself into a position like Max Frick just got himself into, and use the track to your advantage.
And he would have been watching and seeing that outside line, carrying the momentum.
100%, and shows that Frick's really thinking and concentrating about later on, and not just what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's prepping. He's got a good headspace, Frick, at the moment as we go to the start.
Kelleher's made a good. Oh, Holder's gone right the way around all of them. Kelleher around the inside. Holder's around there. Tungate into second. Kelleher third. Sam
Tungate.
Masters is having a go
Very
around
high.
here.
Tungate's got it.
Gone up the inside of Holder.
Oh, Holder's not giving it away, though.
Oh, that's tight. And Kelleher's Sam Masters going to come up the inside. Yeah.
Well, Rowan Tungate, both these guys know their way around this Curry circuit.
They do, but you're not going to get Rowan Tungate off the inside line. He makes that work like not many people can. You can see Chris is generating a lot of speed around the outside. He's trying to use that line.
Loses a bit of it here.
It's traditional of this track. Turn 4, the inside line's always the quickest. You can think you're there on the outside, but the guy will pull past you down the straight.
Yeah,
and Rowan hasn't changed his line at all. He's ridden the inside the whole race, and you know I'm not going to say he's gapped Chris Holder, but he's won the race.
He
quite
controlled the race, didn't he?
100%.
Absolutely controlled the race. Well done to Rowan Tungate. Chris Holder from a great start from the outside, though. As we look back at the replay, that was a great start.
You watch the start from Chris Holder. That's a world champion start. You know, he's made a flyer there, and if he could do that again, he would have gone right to the white line on the inside.
Would have pushed in.
Very, very tight there with Tungate and Kelleher. And Chris has gone, lazy line there. Not quite on the dirt and not quite on the inside. And Rowan's just, again, the track's
Sees the
opened
opportunity.
up right round the inside. And Rowan hasn't done anything different. We see all the guys bunch up a bit there, but yeah. Do we actually know who got the second place in the previous race, if it was Morris or Holder?
I'm going to have to wait for us to get the text through, so couldn't quite pick that up from the shot. Okay, Ryan Douglas, Todd Kurtz, Jordan Stewart and Kai Thompson. This is heat number 8, brought to you by the Gladiator. Good to see the Gladiator boys out tonight, taking all the guys out for their parade lap.
Yeah.
Ryan Douglas, Todd Kurtz, I should say, Jordan Stewart, Kai Thompson.
Kai Thompson's been making steady progress in this as well. Good to see.
Nice start there. Ryan Douglas positions himself very well. Nice ride round the white from Jordan Stewart.
Geordie's got a great run there. He might be in a bit of trouble here depending on what happens. Do you see that? Douglas has got a good run up the inside there, but Geordie's carrying too much speed.
Yeah, he's carrying the momentum out high. He's going to get tighter though. He won't be able to do that the whole way through. Brings it in nice and tight now.
That's a better line.
Well, good run from Jordan Stewart out in position 3. A great start from Ryan Douglas, but Stewart out nice and wide has maintained the track speed around this Curry circuit.
Well, and that's a good point too, Kevy, because although it's not the biggest track that they go to, it's really, really important here at Curry. You can actually build speed lap on lap if you let the bike run.
Yeah.
Like Frick style, like he was
opening it up and keeping the momentum going.
Open the corners up. You have to be careful not to do it too soon.
Well, and look, he had great track position. He knew exactly where the other riders were.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So look back at the replay. Great start from Ryan. It really got in there nice and tightly.
And you see Stewie, he there in the white helmet.
Just carried that momentum.
He carried it right. Dougie turned actually a bit too far back coming off turn 2 there. But right here, I almost thought he was going to get the run there, but Stewie had too much speed. Good ride from Jordan there.
All right, will we go straight into the next one, or will they have a bit more track? Probably the question. I guess they've got to monitor it very closely. They don't want it to get away from them, Jace.
Yeah, I think they'll do a bit more work. It's track's starting to come a bit better now.
Yep.
Boulevard came on in second place. So 4 rounds of competition are down, and let's have a look at the first round electrical, kickbox and motorcycles, Win TV scoreboard. We have 2 riders on 6 points. Max Frick is on 6, and Rowan Tungate is on 6. So after 2 rounds, Rowan Tungate not been able to make any inroads into that 8-point lead that Max Frick has. Max Frick now overall has 72 points. And
like obviously with most of the stuff's like Poland, Sweden, UK.
It's huge in Poland, isn't it?
Yeah, real big.
10
It's
seconds.
worth it if you go for a holiday. Europe, worth going to one.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty cool.
Crazy for it over there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with round 2 of racing in the books, the man to my right-hand side just here, Maxi Freak, that championship is getting closer and closer.
Yeah, each race is edging a little bit closer each time, but you know, it's so easy for a mistake or something to go wrong. So you know, it's pretty nerve-wracking at the minute, but each race is going along okay, and just need to keep making some good starts and trying to get out of the first corner in a really good position.
And just before we went to camera there, we're having a discussion about the track conditions out there. Really loose, really slick.
Yeah, at the minute it's like really slick, really hard, and there's not much room for passing. So at the minute we're just trying to trying to get out the start as best as we can and out the first corner, and then after that we're just holding on, trying to pick up the best position we can.
And you and Rowan obviously very tight in that championship. Only a couple more races to go. We'll let you get back over there to your bike, get everything dialed. Congratulations, you're getting closer and closer.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about it? Max Frick looking very, very close to this championship now.
Heat number 9, Auto Fight, Race Brown Electrical. Thanks to the guys at Red Brown Electrical for their sponsorship tonight. Thank you to Chrissy Watson Motorcycle. Get in and see the team. Well, let's have a look. The starters for this one, we've got Maxi Frick in the red, Kai Thompson in blue, Damon Lizzie in the white, and Zane Kelleher in the yellow. Zane looking for his first point of the night.
Heat 9 coming your way. Max Frick in the red, Kai Thompson in the blue, Jamin Lindsay in the white, Zane Kelleher out on the outside in the yellow. Max Frick again just needs to get out in a good position. Let's see if he starts exploring the track once again, Jose.
Yeah, it might be a bit early after the work on the track, Kevy. I think it'll probably be around the inside for this race.
Well, he's certainly getting a stomp down on the start. Definitely wants to get away well.
Yeah, that's actually something Max does all the time. He does it nearly every gate position he's off, and for some riders it works and for some it doesn't, but I guess it's what he's used to. Here we go. He's got away well.
Yeah, nice
Frick
start.
from gate 1. He's hugged the curb. Kelleher's put himself in, and Lidsey ran the outside of Frick. Good corner there from Max. He rode it right round the inside, exactly what you need to do. Oh, Kelleher's down. That's it. He's off the track.
Good boy.
Yeah. Frick's just, he's gone a bit wider now. Oh, not too wide, Kevy, but he's working on the track and just seeing how it feels.
Yeah, good sportsmanship, Kelleher, to get off the track quickly, allow the race to maintain its running.
Yeah.
We're getting nice and wide there, having a look around, as you said.
Yeah, that's a good line out there.
Carries that momentum down into turn 3. Maximum points again. Good job there. Heat number 9 winner, Max Frick from Jamin Lindsay, Kai Thompson. And of course, Kelleher putting it down, but getting off the track nice and quickly. Thanks, Zane Kelleher, for that.
Yep, it's one of the things that happens a lot in Speedway. You have some riders that get up and some riders that don't. You see there, Max Frick made a great start, ran the inside, Jamin Lidsey has a look on the outside, but there's not much out there at this stage. See Fricks right round the inside there, exactly what he needed to do.
Well, he's certainly come in the right frame of mind, Jace.
Yeah, we see Kelleher back in third. He's just actually overslid. Kai Thompson did a good job
to avoid
in the blue to miss him. Three more points in the bags for Frick.
Jordan Stewart comes from the red this time, from Justin Sedgman. Rowan Tungate out in the white, and Jack Holder. Tungate and Holder both been really on the pace tonight, Jace.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as Rowan said, he can only go race by race, and at the moment Max Frick's winning his races, so Rowan needs to be winning his as well. And this isn't an easy heat for him here with Jack Holder and Geordie Stewart. Don't forget Justin Sedgman. Jordan Stewart's actually got 5 points. He's had a second and a win tonight. Started the series off really well with a final at Gilman, and tailed off a bit since then. Disappointed with his performance, but looks tonight. Tungate has not made that start. Jack Holder's made a good start from the outside. We'll see what little Rowan can do. He's gone straight to the outside and he's got himself up into second already. He's using parts of the track that we're not normally seeing him use. He's done a great job there to get back, but Jack Holder's not an easy guy to pass. There's no love lost between these two either.
No, these guys have been very fierce competitors through this championship.
Tungate's riding just there, and he's making a lot of ground in certain spots, and then Holder's pulling away. Tungate's right on him here. He's going to have a run around the outside, is he? Not quite there. One more. Oh, he's close to his back wheel. He's going to have a go here. He's going for a big one. Holder shuts the door a little bit. Holder will move out here. Yeah, Jack's moved out. Tungate back to the inside.
Can Tungate put it under him? Not enough room to go under him.
Oh, he's backed it in there. He's got him. He's got him. Oh, what a ride by Rowan Tungate. What a ride. That was class.
Was he riding out wide trying to pull him out to protect him, and that opened it up?
Possibly. I'm looking forward to a replay. Perfect start from Jack Holder off the outside. Gets across Jordan Stewart from gate one. That's great. Tungate's gone straight to the outside. We don't normally see that. He's using all of his track knowledge here. And look how close he's getting to the back wheel of Jack Holder. Maybe that's what he was doing, Kevy. He's pulled Jack Holder to the outside. Right there, it looks like he's going to go around him.
So that's what it looked like to me. He was starting to pull him out.
So close.
Pulling him out a little bit wider.
Holder's just
to protect him.
Yeah, Holder just looked over his shoulder there and he's gone, okay, right here I would have said Holder's won it because he's moved over a little bit. Tungate's got back to the inside. Look how tight he is down that straight. And Jack Holder's maybe thinking he's around the outside again. Misses his mark and Tungate straight through. Classic.
Very close racing. That's what they come to see.
Hey, I hope those two guys shook hands after that. We didn't see if they did, but I hope they did.
Heat number 11, Todd Kurtz, Ben Cook, Chris Holder and Nick Morris. Chris Holder in the white. Can he pull a nice start from out there? It's going to be another good heat. Todd Kurtz on the inside.
Chris hasn't won a race yet tonight, has he? Chris has had a couple of seconds. He needs to... Chris's championship slipping away a little bit here, Kevy.
Yeah, it's...
with Max and Rowan going through the cards so far.
At the end of the day, he's also got to be conscious that if he can just maintain that third, he's got that qualifying seat, and that's really what he's come home for, isn't it?
No.
It's not.
You don't think Chris... You think
Chris Holder wants to win. There's no doubt about it every time. But he's not in that position right now. He doesn't have control of that right now.
Yeah, that's true. But I bet you Chris Holder still wants to win tonight.
Oh, no doubt about that. He wants to get to that final. Not a bad jump.
No, Nick Morris from 4. What a start. Chris Holder's to the outside now. We'll see a race now. We got young Ben Cook coming up the inside, have we? We'll see if Chris can get around the
right
outside.
around the outside. That's a long way around.
He's not quite there yet.
He's going to come out
Just
of it now.
about. That's Chris's class and experience showing there.
Yeah, just carried that momentum, kept it going all the way down from turn 4 into turn 1 and pulled the momentum coming out of turn number 2. Holder it is who leads the way, wants to get the maximum points, probably doesn't want to be going to the final like he did at Wodonga via the B.
No, he wouldn't want to be doing that, but this will give him 7 points, so he's only a couple of points back on Rowan and Max after this.
Good stuff as the riders come through.
Tell you what, good ride from Benny Cook in third as well. He's not letting Nick Morris have an easy run.
No.
I was surprised there because Morris came off 4 and he made a blinder of a start, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see that in the replay. He got a really clean jump as he came off the start.
Yeah. Disappointing ride for Todd Kurtz there.
Here's the
Here
replay.
we go off the start. Watch Nick Morris. He's made a great jump and the bike keeps going.
Just drives. Plenty of drive from that position right round.
Right there, you got to say he's in a perfect position. You see Chris Holder's going for the outside, so he gets himself up into second place here. Morris does the right thing and drops it in, but Chris has kept a lot of speed going around that corner and used the dirt.
Brave man, brave man
move.
right around the outside.
Good move from Chris. But as we said, he's been world champion and, you know, riding in races, no disrespect to Nick Morris. Nick's a great rider and he just caught him probably a little bit by surprise there.
Heat number 12 we come to now. Kurri Station Hotel Motel presents this one for us. Brady Kurtz, Ryan Douglas, Zach Cook and Sam Masters out in the yellow. And we've been seeing starts come from right across this this grid tonight, Jace.
Nick Morris just made a blinder off 4, didn't he? And the starts here, it's really funny because a lot of times at Curry, gate 2's better than gate 1.
Just gives you a little bit more open entry?
Yeah, it does. When you look at it from this angle, you can see how tight it is into turn 1 from gate 1.
Yeah, and you can see as a difference to Aubrey, they're starting right next to the box on the outside of gate 1.
Yeah. Kurtz is away.
Good start by Masters on the outside.
Yeah. Gate 4 is starting to work a little bit. We'll see if he can. Yep, he's gone sailed all the way around Kurtz. So we've got a dirt line starting to work on the outside, especially on turn 1.
Masters
That's the real Sam Masters. Brady Kurtz is going to have to do something here to try and get himself going.
Quite wide there from him. The blue helmet coming in nice and strong there of Ryan.
Kurtz is having to go around the outside. He locked up a bit too much there. He won't make speed doing that, but he's having a go in the dirt. And Sam's moved out a bit now, trying to cover him.
We've obviously been watching the last couple of races. We've seen Holder out wide. We saw Tungate.
That Kurtz is going to start to make a run here. Sam Masters has ridden it perfectly, though. He's made.
Yeah, he seems to know where he's going to go. He's gone a bit
tight there. He's gone tight and pulled away.
Yeah, nice run through.
Yeah. It's a race. Do you know what, Kevy? This is a racing track, and you can if you're a good rider, you can work this track in certain ways.
Yep.
You know, we saw Chris Holder use the outside when I said to you that normally you have to be on the inside there. And you watch Sam Masters here. He's on the outside and he pulls past Brady Kurtz. And try as Kurtz did, he tried to go around the outside. Sam moved out, and then you see on the last corner of the last lap, Sam goes back to the inside and pulls some more meters on him.
Yeah, we knew he was probably going to try and push around. And if you're pushing really hard, we've seen a lot of them, as you said, they get it right around and then they start losing momentum because it's more sideways than drive.
You just start to lose it right at the end.
Our reserves lining up again. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back to you. A little bit more track prep to come your way here tonight, but the track is certainly coming well. To Campo and the boys, well done on preparing a track that's been super, super hot. These are our reserve riders just getting a little bit more time out on the track. We're just waiting to get that message through from Sam to see where we're at with that first lot of points. So which one was the one we were looking at, Jason? We needed the answer
It
on?
was race number 6, and it was for second place between Jack Holder and Nick Morris.
So
Jack Holder got third.
Jack Holder got the third. So we'll start to tally up the points. Where are we sitting at the moment, Jace?
So Jack Holder's got... Jamin Lidsey has 5.
Lindsay on 5, yep.
Jack Holder has 6. Chris Holder has 7. Ryan Douglas 3. Justin Sedgman 2. Max Frick unbeaten on 9. Sam Masters 6. Todd Kurtz 1. Ben Cook 2. Zach Cook 3. Zane Kelleher 0. Jordan Stewart 6. Brady Kurtz 7. Nick Morris has
6.
5.
1, 2, 4.
No. 1, 3. He has
Oh,
5.
yep.
Tungate also Rowan Tungate unbeaten on 9, and Kai Thompson has 1.
Well, 2 of them on 9, and they've got to come together.
They do, and they come together in race number 16.
Plenty
Next
of pressure
round.
on. Next round they'll come together. So plenty more action, a little bit more track prep coming your way here at Curry Curry. Again, we do apologise for some of the stuff that you've been seeing with the stream. We're continuing to work on it. Our techs are working on it, but we hope that you're enjoying the action. As we said, we'll be reloading it all in full HD, so you can tune in to nrgtv.com.au on the website and rewatch all the action live from round 4 at Wodonga, and again here from Curry Curry. In the pits, plenty of work happening. We'll leave you with the boys bringing you some footage from the pits. Well, starting to line the marks again, Jace. Track prep underway. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have been watching us, we've been having some technicals, you said, but we've been recording it. We'll reload it all now, but if you're on an iPhone, on your smart device or your computer, you should get better quality now. It will be a little bit glitchy on TVs. We've dropped it out. Plenty of problems with the towers here at the moment, but working well right now. Track prep working very, very well.
They've actually brought the track back quite well, Kevy, haven't they? It's one of those things, as soon as the sun goes down and the temperature drops just a bit, I mean, it's not cold at Curry Curry right now. It's still warm, but we've got no direct sun.
No, the sun...
And they can actually get some water into the track and start to make a bit of material with the Wonder Wheel, and we're starting to see it. Couple of guys making starts from the outside pass from Chris Holder. I was just talking to Chris in the pits, and he said it feels the feeling from the track is that he thinks it's going to get a bit grippier as well. It'll make a bit more dirt as the racing goes on. So he said he's looking forward to that.
Well, certainly the case. A few text messages coming through. A few people having problems watching it on Facebook, having issues with Facebook. You're apparently having a few issues. So you can watch it on the website through Motorcycling Australia or to nrgtv.com.au or the NRG on the live stream if you're having problems on Facebook. So go to live stream and NRG TV. As we get ready, Jace, and the business end comes, and look at that. The track looks absolutely perfect right now.
Yeah. It's certainly starting to come into its own a bit, isn't it?
Certainly is. So
Race
next
number 13.
Heat 13. Greg Brown Electrical. Sam Masters, Jordan Stewart, Nick Morris and Jamin Lindsay.
This is a race that all these guys need points from if they want to make it to any of the finals. Sam Masters won his last race, beat Brady Kurtz. Haven't seen the best of Sam in this series so far. Disappointed with his own performance as well.
Yeah, he gets a bit frustrated on himself, doesn't he?
He'd be pretty happy with those. You can see where Sam's lined up off the start. He's lined up right on the tyre marks of the water card over a rut in gate 1, so he'll be pretty happy with that starting position, I'd say.
It looks like we're ready to go and go well. So they come up now. Masters gets away well. Oh, looked like a bit of a touch in there, Jace.
Bit of a tangle between Stewart and Nick Morris there. Nick coming off worse, getting right out on the outside, but a good start, good first turn from Sam Masters. Jamin Lidsey's bike's given up on him.
Disappointing for him.
Yeah.
Jordan Stewart doing well still?
No, his bike's giving up as well. Hit some bike as well. Nick Morris threw into second place there. Nick was trailing at the back and now he's into second place. But this is more like it from Sam Masters. Looks pretty good out there. He's riding mid-track and getting a pretty decent run.
Well, also now, you know, he's probably had a bit of a look over the shoulder. He knows he's got a bit of room, so he's got some time to find where the track's working, hasn't he?
He looks a lot more relaxed on the bike and he's opening the corners up a bit. Good rider, Sam Masters. Bit underrated in my opinion. Does a good job for Wolverhampton in the Elite League in England and solid in the other countries he rides in as well. I don't know what happened to Jordan Stewart there, because it looked like his bike had just about stopped completely and then came back to life again at the end of the race.
Well, at least coming back to life, if he circulated enough, he got some points.
Yeah.
Oh,
tight
they did tangle, didn't they?
Yeah, tight there to the first turn, wasn't it? Jordan Stewart's cut back to the inside and got up into second in front of Lidsey, and then Lidsey's tried to cut back on the inside, not quite worked. His bike gave up almost straight away.
Yeah.
And then we see Stewie here. We just missed it, but out of turn 2 there, you could see him visibly look down.
Yep. Okay, we go to the next one now. Of course, heat number 14. It is Jack Holder, Brady Kurtz, Todd Kurtz, the brothers, and Zane Kelleher out in the yellow.
Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz are both looking for points to get into the big finals tonight. Todd Kurtz and Zane Kelleher haven't had the best nights, either of them.
No, Kelleher putting it down in the previous round.
Jack Holder on 6 points and Brady Kurtz on 7 points. They need to add to their totals.
Well, getting some messages that the feed's working well, so I hope you're enjoying it now. We do apologise, and as we said, we'll be uploading it again, so you'll get it in high def, be able to watch it and re-watch it again and again as we go ready to the start.
Under orders. Oh, Kurtz made a flyer there, but Holder's
held his line on the inside.
Kurtz
Kurtz very wide.
To the outside. And his brother Todd's come through it, not quite. Jack Holder around the inside. It's still the inside line is still very fast. And Brady Kurtz is going to have a big go here, a big go.
Can he carry that momentum? Look, he's coming out wide. He knew exactly where he was.
We'll see if Brady Kurtz can get Jack Holder off the inside line like Rowan Tungate managed to do.
And then cut back to the inside. But the only way he's going to get around him, it's a long way to go around the outside.
Kurtz is having a big dig here, isn't he? He needs to cut back to the inside and surprise Holder.
Yeah,
you get to about there and then he loses out, but has he got it? Oh, Kurtz has nearly got that. Yes, he has.
He's gone around in the outside.
He's gone right around him. No, Jack Holder's going to get a run here on the inside, is he?
No, I don't think. Oh, it's going to be very, very close as they come to the line.
Oh, what a race from Brady Kurtz. That was a good race. See from the start again, I think Brady actually jumps a little bit. Oh, very, very close.
Yeah.
But Holder still pulled him in on the way to the corner, but Kurtz committed himself to the outside for the 4 laps, and right there is Todd Kurtz showed a wheel. But
well, one of the things we're seeing a lot more progression in the track tonight than we saw at Albury Wodonga. You know, once they sort of got settled, we got outside, inside, they're switching over.
Yeah, and that's the way. Right here, it doesn't look like Brady's going to do it, but he got a heck of a run around that, out of turn 4.
Yeah, you saw it when he come out on our start cam. We got a great run. Heat number 15 coming your way. Kai Thompson, Zach Cook and Justin Sedgman. Sedgman out in the yellow. Chris Holder was going to in the blue. He should be in a pretty good run in this one, you'd think. Heat 15 should be his, but you never know. It is racing. Heat 15 brought to you by the Outlaw.
This is one of those races that Chris Holder will look at and expect to be taking 3 points home with him.
Absolutely.
But we've seen, but you know what? We've seen Zach Cook jump out and have a few moments, and Kai Thompson's on the improve, and Justin Sedgman's a rider that's capable of challenging Chris Holder sometimes. We most definitely haven't seen the best of him this year. He's struggling at the moment for confidence and form.
Absolutely.
Holder's away.
Good start from Holder.
Yeah. Right round the inside.
Had
a quick look over there.
Sedgman.
Sedgman actually was in a decent position there, and Kai Thompson going to go on the inside of Zach Cook here, the third. Boys at the back are having a bit of a go, Kevy.
Yeah, they certainly are. Holder it is, though, who has the clear vision around this Curry circuit.
This is actually not a bad ride from Sedgman either, really.
Heat number 15, Holder. The next one that comes up is going to be interesting. The first time that Rowan Tungate and Max Frick will meet. So a humdinger coming your way after this one. Holder absolutely showing a masterclass round here. Picks it up nicely. Putting on a great show for the race fans here at Curry tonight. Holder takes it out. Thumbs up to Sedgman. Well, Jace, there's two riders sitting on 9 points as we head into heat number 16. It's going to be a very important one as we look at the replay. A great start from Holder.
Sedgman actually made a good start as well, and right here, Sedgie's not in a bad spot to go around. Chris obviously shuts the door, but I thought Sedgman might have tried a bit of an inside run there, but we see the guys at the back swapping places there, and they were having a bit of a go, but Chris Holder on the back wheel there.
Yeah, Holder absolutely showing why he was a world champion. He's got plenty of experience and he knows how to control the motorcycle perfectly. Well, this is going to be an interesting one, isn't it?
This is the race we want to see.
Ben Cook it is on the inside. Max Frick in blue, Ryan Douglas and Rowan Tungate out in the yellow. Now, earlier on in the night we would have said the yellow, maybe not, but we've seen some great starts from there. Rowan Tungate knows every inch of this Curry. The test is on.
Without a doubt. And, you know, to be fair to Max Frick, he actually doesn't have to bust his backside in this race, does he? He can sit behind Rowan Tungate and watch him ride away if he wants to.
Well, you know, as we said earlier on in the night, it's his championship to lose. He needs to get to the final, so 2 points. And there's only two of them sitting on 9 at the moment. He's only going to be 1 point off him. One will go to 11 and one will go to 12. One will be on 11.
Yeah.
So it's not going to make much difference. But
so if Frick wins this race and Tungate's second, that puts Frick on 12. Then the most Tungate would be able to get would be 17. So effectively, if Frick wins this race, he wins the championship.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, maybe you won't want to follow Tungate around then.
Well, he's done the sums that we've just done.
Yeah.
Talking to him earlier in the day, he was clearly here to win every race.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. That's the way you do it.
That's how you become an Australian champion, isn't it? Good start.
He hasn't made a good start. And Nor's Tungate, the two unexpected riders are out in front.
But he's on
Frick's
the inside.
gone to the inside. Tungate's at the back.
Oh, Tungate.
Tungate's on the outside.
He's going to go right round the outside. Is he going to get...
He goes...
I tell you, he might be positioned right here. Look at that. He's going to push right around.
Benny Cook in the lead. Tungate's got to go here. Young Ben Cook is having the ride of his life here.
Tungate knows his way around. Look at that. He might push him back.
Tungate's gone around the outside. Now Frick's going to go to the outside and try his luck. Oh no, he's going to cut back. That's what Max needs to do. 2 points from this race, and that's...
Wow.
Tungate's fast.
Some fantastic racing you're watching here at Curry in New South Wales.
Poor old Benny Cook's gone to the back now. Ryan Douglas has passed him. He's led one of the toughest races of the series for 2 laps and made those guys work really, really hard.
And gained some great experience along the journey for sure. Rowan Tungate takes it out, heat 16. So that will take him to 12. The 2 boys tapping
What's the
hands.
start again? Frick doesn't get away at all.
No, and
Tungate didn't really get away either.
Wow. Very interesting. If you have a look at it there as they come around, they really just would have been thinking what happened to the start of that.
And right here, Ryan Douglas is in the middle of both of them. And right there, you know, you can throw a blanket over all 4, can't you?
Absolutely.
Tungate just squeezes past Frick on the outside and sets out after Ben Cook. And right there, it doesn't look like he's going to get much. And if you have a look at how close Tungate was to the back wheel of Ben Cook, oh, we just missed it, but
yeah, he was right on him.
He was right on his back wheel, and Frick here, he knew exactly what he was going to do. He went in wide. Ben Cook's moved over. Textbook pass for Max Frick. That's bread and butter. But Tungate's, he's absolutely flying at the moment.
Rowan Tungate, home track, absolutely knows his way around, sits on 12 points. That's 1 point up on the guy who leads the championship in Max Frick, and then we have 2 riders on 10 points. So really it's going to be a strong final round, and to decide who's going to be, we pretty much would assume that the 2 that are definitely going through are going to be Rowan Tungate and of course Max Frick. Chris Holder, depending on where he finishes in this one, should go through. And then the B main, well, it'll be interesting to see who comes through from that.
The B final is going to be a tough race tonight, because we're going to have riders in there that all want to be in the final.
Well, this is the final round of the Australian Speedway Championship here at Kurri as we get ready to go to heat number 17. Brought to you by Raceline Liquid Technologies, and of course Jamin Lindsay, Todd Kurtz, Rowan Tungate, Zach Cook. So Jamin Lindsay's been pretty strong. Rowan Tungate will be looking for another 3 points in this one, JC.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a race Rowan wants to win. He needs to win it. If he gets a perfect 15-point score, then he goes straight into the A main with first picker gate positions, and that's as much as he can do, right? It's down to Max, and I think Max just needs to get a couple of points in his next ride.
He's going to be through to the A main.
Then he'll be through to the A main as well, and then he's...
well, basically once he makes it to the A main, it's all well, as long as he scores points in this one, it's all said and done.
Pretty much,
He's pretty much become the champion, hasn't he? Okay, eyes down, good start that time from the inside.
Jamin Lidsey. Good first turn. We'll see what Mad Max, Rowan can do. It's going to be a bit slippery, but he's gone straight round the outside of him. Straight there. Unbelievable. I was just about to say it's probably going to be a bit slippery out there, Kevy, but he's just ridden around first the track preparation, and he's almost backed it into the corner there.
Yeah, I was going to say he's very wide. That was a motard move into the turn that time.
Yeah, he's actually using the fence down the straight to fire himself into the corner.
Yeah, great run. They've certainly opened it up from the next 2 riders. So a great run out there at the moment. Jamin Lindsay, he's travelling around very well at the moment. 1 lap to go. In the blue in 3rd place, it's Todd Kurtz, and Zach Cook winding out the 4 in this heat number 17, brought to you by Raceline Liquid Technologies. If you're looking to wash your bike, car, caravan, boat, Raceline Pro Wash is the way to go. It's Rowan Tungate, 15 points. Congratulations. It doesn't get any better than that as you make your way to the A main. Rowan Tungate, the 2018 champion, has put himself in grid position choice for the number 1 pick tonight.
Yeah.
We look at the start replay. Good start, but
he's got away well. But Lidsey's got there off the inside, and he rides a really good corner. But Rowan goes straight to the outside, and you know he carries so much speed into turn 3. He's just kind of almost slipped past.
Yeah, just carried the momentum, just kept it going, didn't he? You said earlier you're not a fan, Jace, of taking that foot off. He's pretty short-legged, he is. What's so important about that outside foot peg?
From my point of view, I always felt that if I could stand on the right foot peg, I would give the bike more drive. I mean, the leverage that you have out on that foot peg, if you're standing on that and pushing the back tyre into the ground, I felt was a more positive way to make the bike drive rather than putting almost, like when they take their foot off, they're almost like sitting dead weight on the seat.
Yep.
And for me, that doesn't make the bike
Doesn't give it the
alive.
drive.
It doesn't make it, but many people do it, and
but many of them aren't 3 times world champion either.
no, but many that do it are. So
personal preference, I guess, is what it comes down to as we look for
well,
the lineup.
the way I look at it is you also with your legs, you know that.
Yep.
So you wouldn't try and ride around the corner with one hand off the handlebar.
Yep,
in
that's
my opinion.
Yeah,
but
that's a fair point. Fair point. So if we have a look at this one, this is heat number 18. In the red, it is Ben Cook, Jack Holder, Sam Masters and Kai Thompson.
good start from Sam Masters.
Masters will come around, he'll pull it through.
Oh, I don't know. Benny Cook's got some
Benny
speed.
Cook's holding him.
And Sam was on the back wheel there. Jack Holder back in third place. Benny Cook's actually jumped out of the start very well tonight.
Yeah, he's had good starts, hasn't he?
Jack Holder's going to have to work hard here to pull Benny Cook in because he's riding a really good line.
Yeah, certainly, as you said, down at Albury, these Cook brothers are really here to gain experience, and he's gaining every time.
He's gaining confidence as well. Like that's a good line round the inside. Jack Holder gets a bit close and then loses a bit of ground, and he's not really putting Ben Cook under any pressure at the moment.
No, well, if Jack's going to go around him, he's almost forced him that he's got to go around the outside, and that's a long way around, as we've seen.
It's not close enough.
No, he's just not.
He's
not
losing
there.
ground.
Masters, though, putting on a great run at the moment.
And this puts Sam Masters on to 12 points.
Masters takes it out, 12 points. Well, a great run there from Benny Cook. Gets 2 points there. Then it was Jack Holder with the 1 point.
Yeah, that was a great run by Benny Cook. Well done, Ben.
Fine form there. Looking at the replay, let's look at him jump.
Sam Masters got away really well. Jack Holder spun, but Ben Cook's got there off gate 1, and it took a big first turn from Sam Masters. You can see him lift there. Ben Cook was very kind and left Sam a fair bit of room.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even at that point there, Ben's not in a bad position, but Sam just carried his speed around the corner. This is an important race here. Chris Holder, Jordan Stewart, Brady Kurtz and Max Frick. Chris Holder and Brady Kurtz are on 10 points apiece, and
this is going to be the decider of who's going to go in.
Yeah, and Max is on 11, so if Max has an iffy race here,
well, this will decide. We know pretty much who's going through in the 1 and 2 pick. This will decide the 3rd pick, and it will either be who will be one. We've got 2 that are going to fight for this pick, isn't it?
Brady Kurtz and Chris Holder.
And last week it was Kurtz who went through, and Holder had to go to the B.
B, yeah.
Could be a swap of the cards.
Yeah. Jordan Stewart, what's he got? Jordan Stewart's on 7 points as well. Oh, Holder spun off the start there. Brady Kurtz has made a good one. He's going to go straight to the dirt.
Wide.
And Frick's gone through the middle. Chris Holder's into the lead, but Frick's going to go for a big run here. Oh, Brady Kurtz was in trouble there.
Frick right round the outside. He's going to get the drive.
No,
he's not going to get in front.
The pace. No.
Oh, I tell you what. He's
going to
go
back
under?
up
Will he
the
go
inside. Back up. No, Chris has kept his speed.
No, he's got him. He's got him.
And Chris
he's
is going to
switch
go
over
back
again.
Yeah.
This is racing and back again.
Yeah, Chris is too wide there. Max is through.
Oh, unbelievable racing, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even hit the main.
Frick's got clear now.
Frick on.
All right, Jordan Stewart's overtaken Brady Kurtz at the back
Kurtz
as well.
out very wide.
Look at that. Frick's used the outside to build his speed up, and now he's pulled it back to the inside. So,
what a great run, Frick.
Absolutely.
Holder.
This is it. He's Australian champion right now.
Yep.
Well
he will
done,
be
Max
elated.
Frick.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's your new Australian champion. He can't be beaten now.
Yep, he's won it.
But
he absolutely deserves to win it. But for him to go out and win it in that fashion, he's going to be so happy with himself for doing that.
Absolutely. That yellow helmet is a gold helmet right now, Jason Crump.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, what a first turn. He wasn't away all that well, and he got he put himself right in the middle there. What a great race. You can see from the start here, he hasn't got away that well.
Yeah, actually a little bit untidy, if you like.
Brady Kurtz is the front runner, and he goes out. Looks like he's going to go. And then all of a sudden, Frick comes from nowhere through the middle.
Holder had plenty of drive down the inside. He kept it tight.
Very tight there. And Frick's here thinking, no, he hasn't probably got the pace. And next thing you see, he's level with Chris, and he's pulled Chris over a bit and cut back.
Unbelievable.
And then we had a couple of really great cutbacks. You know, it's a bit of a dive bomb there from Max, and Chris has turned back, and then Max does the same thing again here. Chris is a little bit wide, but what a cracker.
Absolutely. There's some elation. The boys down in the pits. There's your new Australian champion, ladies and gentlemen. But he wants to come back. He wants to win the final.
Well, he's going to want to beat Rowan Tungate, isn't he?
Absolutely.
You know, we'll see what he does. His mechanics are all working. His dad would be a very proud dad there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at the guys all walking over to congratulate him. Good on them.
Get your breath back, mate, as we go to the start line for the last of the heats. This is Heat 20, the final heat of the 2019 Motorcycling Australia Australian Speedway Championship, as that is Justin Sedgman, Nick Morris, Zane Kelleher and Ryan Douglas. The final heat of the series. Sedgman, reasonable jump. Can he bring it around?
Here comes Kelleher.
Right
Kelleher around the outside. Oh,
and
good
he's done
ride,
it.
Kelleher.
Pulled it in nice and tightly, Kelleher.
There's a surprise.
Ryan Douglas is working pretty hard as well.
Nick Morris is going to have a go around the outside.
Kelleher's holding the line.
Good line. No, Nick's got him there. He turned in a bit, dropped in a bit early there, Kelleher. He's got some... He's made Nick Morris work pretty hard for that.
Absolutely. Nick Morris has gone very high, kept it wide, very smooth. Sedgman trying very hard to close in on the back of him.
He's actually staying with him as well. He's oh, sheesh.
He won't like coming out of here. Kelleher's keeping it.
Oh,
Kelleher's overcooked it.
Oh, his tyre went over the line there, I think, as well.
Yeah. Well, he still maintains second. Kelleher over Sedgman. All the racing tonight has been fantastic, Jace. We'll have a look. We'll come back to you in just a moment with a B.
See the start. Kelleher's actually made a good start. That gets really tight there.
Very tight.
And he keeps it going around the outside and probably surprised Nick Morris a little bit there.
There was only an inch between their wheel.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of room there.
No. What a fantastic race from Young. Proves that what you said when we got to Albury, all these boys are on the prove. They're working harder and harder to get through. These two riders, one more run around, just a bit more experience. We're going to bring you the numbers shortly for that B. Who's going to be in the B, Jace?
Not sure if we'll go with the A. We'll go Rowan Tungate.
Rowan Tungate will be 1.
Max Frick.
2.
We got 2 riders on 12. We've got Chris Holder and Sam Masters. So what happened here? Chris Holder beat Sam Masters when they raced, so I would say Chris Holder's in the A.
Chris Holder in the A, so Sam Masters to the B.
Sam Masters to the B. Then what do we got? A, B. We got Brady Kurtz and Nick Morris. They'll be in the B. Jack Holder's got 9.
Well, Brady Kurtz made it to the A last. Holder was in the B last round, at round 4, so they've switched places. But Masters has been on fire tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
I would say the B final will be Sam Masters, Brady Kurtz, Nick Morris, and Jack Holder.
That's from us in the commentary booth. We'll be waiting for the official notification to come through from the officials, but that's how we call it at the moment.
Sandmasters will be kicking himself because he made an error in his first ride when he was in front to let Max Frick through.
And that's the crucial point.
That was the crucial point, or it could be.
Well, your new champion is Frick. Hopefully we can get Aiden to catch up with him before the B main goes out. Jace will send out so you can have a bit of a chat. Pass on my congratulations to the boys. Some fantastic stuff coming your way. Be interesting to see whether Aiden and Jake down there have been able to catch up with him. The man who is the leader at the moment. It has been fantastic. Big Newsom, who's watching us on Facebook. Hey, Julie up there in Rockhampton. Hope you're enjoying the action. Watching Zane Kelleher and a few of the boys go around. So if you're up in Rocky and you need some tyres, Newsom's Tyre Service, they'll look after you. We're about to cross down to Aiden for an interview. Let's get...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is no more exciting time. As you can see, the spoils just starting to unfold beside me, then crowning a new champion, Max Frick. Congratulations, you are the 2019 Australian champion. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm over the moon. It's something we've been working for a long time. I've done the championship a few times now, so and I haven't got a win. So this year I've got my first, round win and also the championship. So, I'm super stoked with everything, and I can't thank everyone enough for supporting me, family, friends, my girlfriend, everyone, all my sponsors, everyone that's helped me to get to this point, and I'm super happy to be a crowned Australian champion.
Well, it is a big title to take, and as you said, so much work, so much hard effort goes into it, and that goes across the board for the other 15 riders out here tonight. A lot of effort has gone in. What was going through your mind when you crossed that finish line?
To be honest, I wasn't even thinking about it until after I crossed the finish line and thought, wow, I've actually done such a terrible job of celebrating this. But no, I'm super, so stoked. Words can't describe it. So, I'm just really happy to be crowned Australian champion, and to be here with such good company. All the boys here are racing so fast. So, and Rowan especially tonight, he's super quick. So we've had some really good racing, and I'm happy that it's almost over.
Now, there's been a few titles and a lot of big races, obviously, in your career so far. How does this rate?
Yeah, this is right up there. To be Australian champion is a great honour. There's been a lot of big names have won this in the past and multiple times. So, it's a proud moment to be able to put my name amongst those guys in the Australian champion.
Well, you see the names of like Chris Holder, of course, Jason Doyle still over there, won it only 4 years ago. Yeah. Now he's a world champion. Does that give you some confidence? What is next for Max Frick?
Yeah, we're heading back overseas soon, so we'll be back doing all of our league racing, the GP qualification, and I'm a GP reserve this year, so with a bit of luck I might get a round or two. But it's really exciting to be Australian champion this year and put my name amongst, like you said, Chris and Doyley, and also Lee and Jason and loads of people over the years. So I'm really happy.
So what is it now? Time to celebrate, or is it still just focusing on that A final?
Yeah, I think we can do some celebrating tonight, but the overall goal, we're just back home training a bit at the minute, and I'll head back overseas soon, so, and then my season starts up once again.
Well, congratulations, obviously carrying some confidence as you head into Europe, of course. Massive championship, you've rode so well the entire thing. A lot of confidence, we cannot wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this year, and thanks everyone, everyone at home as well for watching, and everyone here. It's been a big championship, and I'm super happy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, add another name to the ever so important list of Australian champions. Your 2019 champion, Max Frick.
Thanks very much, Aiden. Well, a very excited Max Frick there, and so he should be. He's done a great job, and so it'll be down, I'd say, between Chris Holder and Brodie Kurtz, but Jack's been getting some good starts as well tonight.
Jack's been a bit inconsistent tonight. Brady actually as well, but they're under orders now. Chris Holder's made a flyer, but Jack's gone with him.
Absolutely.
Nick Morris is
round the outside. Morris, good run, but I think he'll lose the ground there to Jack.
But no.
No, the boys are putting it all on.
Yeah, all that's doing is giving Chris more of a gap up front, isn't it?
Chris Holder leads the way in fine form.
Jack Holder in second, Nick Morris third. Disappointing run for Brady Kurtz at the back.
Yeah, he'll be very frustrated with that.
Chris is stretching away now.
Yeah, certainly got it comfortable. He knew what he had to do. He wants to get to that A main. Still plenty of drive coming as they head down the straights. Jace getting the front wheel up.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Relatively easy win for Chris there. Bit of action between Brady and between Nick Morris and Jack Holder there, but see Chris pitch a perfect start, gate 1. Inside line on the turn. Nick Morris showed a bit there, didn't he, on the outside? Gave Jack a bit of a... He and Jack stayed there together a bit.
Yeah, worked hard at it. Great racing coming your way. We're about to go to the final.
Nick Morris was almost backwards there. So we've got Rowan Tungate, Max Frick, Sam Masters and Chris Holder lining up for the final. Young Jimmy Jones.
He's put a few laps in tonight.
He's put a few laps in.
Absolutely.
Not a bad rider, Jimmy. Got injured, unfortunately. Actually got, I think he got hit by a car crossing the road. I think he had a podium in an Australian 250 Speedway Championship a few years back. Jim Clark watching from Nailsea in the UK. And he's very true. That is where I was born.
That's where you were born, Crumpy. Thanks for that, Jim. Yep. Great to see the action coming here and great to be able to deliver it around the world. As we said, we apologise for some of we had earlier, but we've been able to bring you some great racing from Curry in New South Wales. A very high standard of racing here at the final round of the 2019 Australian Speedway Championships, brought to you by Motorcycling Australia.
It's been a good series.
Absolutely, 5 rounds. It's really that one extra round's made a difference, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's but I actually wasn't meaning that either. I was just meaning actually the racing side of things. We've had some good racing. The first 3 rounds we didn't attend, but we also saw some other footage from them, and the racing was pretty fair there. And Albury Wednesday night, you know, the racing was pretty fast, and there was some hectic races there. Rowan and Max went at it pretty hard in the final.
And I tell you, I'm hoping the guys from Albury are watching us tonight, and a big shout out to them. It was their first time at running an Australian Championship, and new Australian Championship track, and what a great job they did.
Yeah, they did. Shane Clare and his guys down there. Shane's a really great guy, very passionate about Speedway, former Australian international. Phil Hearn, Buck Jones, all the guys from the club down there put a huge effort in, and it showed on the night. They had a great turnout of people.
Absolutely.
They put a good racetrack down, and you know, the riders all enjoyed it.
Peter Campton sitting out in the middle. He's going to get to watch the final from right in the middle of the track and should enjoy all the action. Rowan Tungate walking off there. That is the 2018 and 2019 champions.
Yeah, that's good to see. And Rowan, and we've seen how hard these guys race each other as well. It's good to see when, you know, they can have a yarn, and, you know, I'd be very surprised if Rowan chooses anything other than gate 1 really here.
I'll be interested to see whether Aiden can get a chat with the boys out there tonight. Tungate prepping his number 1 inside position.
He's got his rut there. He's just trying to find some dirt to put in there.
Sam Masters. Max Frick right out in the outside, so it looks like Chris Holder will be position 3.
I don't think you'll mind that too much at all. Having a quick look at that, I'll possibly be taking 3 before 2, having a look at it, but Max has obviously made his choice. He's having 4.
Looking very good out there at the moment.
Testing.
He's got some dirt to put in there, doesn't
Absolutely, there's a little bit out there. We're going to get ready and headed down to the start line with Aidan Williams.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are just seeing the packing of the all-important gate here in the A final. Of course, you're on there on the outside line with Max Frick, your now 2019 champion. Sam Masters just to the inside of there. I'll just grab him for a quick chat if I can. Sammy, camera over here, buddy. Made the A final tonight. Got to be feeling good.
About time, eh? I've been feeling all right, all serious. Just ain't getting it to happen. So we made the final, so can't do much more than that.
What's been the key to it? Is there just that many fast guys out there really tussling for position, or has it just been an off year for you?
I'm not sure, mate, to be honest. So that's like I said, everything feels good. Bikes feel good, but just can't get it to happen. And maybe like gate draw. Every time it's come down to me last heat, I've had a bad gate, you know. So that's an excuse, really. But could be that. It could be anything. But I'll keep plugging away and being consistent like I've been, and hopefully finish on a high here.
It was the first time I made it over to the start line. Good bit of traction in it by the looks of things. What are we looking here to do? Bring some soil in or just looking to pack it out?
Oh, I don't really know yet. I might copy Rowan. He seems to be getting off all right, so let's play by ear.
All right, we'll leave him there. Sam Masters. Go over to the man that did unfortunately just lose the champion. Of course, Rowan Tungate, you see him, spends a lot of time packing his gate, finding the right line. And if you're looking at any man out here tonight that starts have been super consistent, of course, it is Rowan Tungate there. And he has got that all-important red inside gate once again. Crumpy, Kevin, we will join now back up with you in the booth, but things are getting exciting down here trackside for that all-important A final.
Thanks, Aidan. They certainly are. Well, it looks everything's set, Jace. It doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah, quite an honest interview there from Sam Masters, wasn't it? I was talking to Sam at Albury and said to him, you kind of look a little bit lethargic to me, and you know, he possibly didn't agree with me, but we've seen a different Sam Masters tonight, that's for sure, and it's good for him to make a final at his home track, and probably.
Well, if you have a look at this grid that we've got here right now, mate, just a text that's come through from BJ. Thanks, mate. Chris Holder, the 2014 champion. Sam Masters, the 2017 champion. Rowan Tungate, the 2018 championship. And Max Frick, the 2019. So 4 previous Australian champions in this final.
Yeah, and that's not really a surprise, is it? Because the cream always rises.
Absolutely, it certainly does. So it's fantastic. Thanks for that, BJ, and hope you're all enjoying the action here.
So, Max Frick's backed himself here for a good run off gate 4. It'll be interesting to see what he can do from there. But the pace that Rowan's racing with is going to take somebody pretty special, I think, to stay in front of him for 4 laps. But you know, we also know the level that Chris Holder rides at.
Oh, absolutely.
So you could, you know, if Chris Holder can.
Well, he'll be prepared to throw it all on the line for this one as well. A shout out to Chris Byrne watching from.
With the last of the packings of the gate here, A final is just starting to rev up. The man so far on perfect points. The man just to my left here, Rowan Tungate. Mate, it wasn't a championship night out here tonight, but you have had a perfect night. The speed has been there, the starts have been there. You've got to be taking some positives out from it.
Yeah, it's not perfect yet, but one more race to go, and yeah, the championship's done, but yeah, still a race to do. And yeah, well done to Max. He rode well and he deserved it. So yeah, but I'm pretty happy with how I went, and one more to go.
What's next for Rowan Tungate? Where do we go to from the Australian Championships?
Now back to Europe, and I'll have a bit of a rest and back to Europe and get going again. It's always nice to do some meetings here and be on the bike. So yeah, now we've got GP qualifiers to look at, and maybe a GP here. So yeah, we'll see where we end up.
Good luck out there in the final.
Thank you.
There it is, Rowan Tungate, and as we said, you just take a look at that gate. He does pack it in very nice and hard, brings in a lot of that outside soil, and then really kicks it in, trying to get as much traction. And we can see great moisture in the track. We saw it a lot earlier out here today, almost blue groove after practice. The track preparation out here at the Curry Club, of course, done an amazing job. They've got the moisture in, they've ripped the track back up, and we'll see if that inside gate can get the job done again for Rowan Tungate.
Thanks, Aidan.
You could actually hear and see how disappointed he was that it didn't come down to this last race, can't you?
Yeah.
You have to feel for him. I said it at Albury. I believe Rowan's ridden as a professional, looking at the way he's ridden every race of every round this year. I would almost think that Rowan Tungate's ridden better this year to finish second or third, whatever he's going to end up in the Australian Championship, than he did last year to win it.
Talking about that, let's have a look at the points where they're sitting as they come into this between him and Holder.
Well, he's got 3 more points on Chris tonight, so he must. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's safe in second. But it's easy to understand why he feels like that. He's ridden really well. He hasn't really made too many errors. Has he made the final at every venue?
I think he has.
Yeah. So, you know, it shows that very, very close to it, but just somebody else in the meetings just that touch stronger.
So I don't think Rowan can be beaten for second, actually.
No, I don't think he can either.
I think he was 1 point up going into this, I think, on Chris, and he's 3 points up on him now.
Yeah.
So as long as he's in that first 3, he's going to be second in the championship. The time is now, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Crump, call the line.
Set to go. Frick's made a perfect start from 4. What a start for Max Frick. Sam Masters across the top of Tungate. Frick's turned back and got up the inside of Masters. What a great turn. Poor old Sam Masters thought he'd done everything right. And here comes Tungate up the inside. Oh, they touch. The pace of Rowan Tungate's unbelievable at the moment, Kevy. He's doing it for fun. Frick and Masters have done nothing wrong, and Tungate's just used the inside line, ridden past both of them.
Yeah, well, as you said, you just finished saying that he's really run a very good championship this year, better than he's done in others, and he's continuing to show that.
Yeah, Rowan Tungate can be exceptionally proud of what he's done this year in this series. And Max Frick's trying as hard as he can. He wants to win another round, but I think he's going to have to play second best to Rowan Tungate tonight. What a performance from the local lad.
Certainly has done well. Good run from Masters at the moment too, sitting in third.
Yeah.
Tungate takes out the championship. What a fantastic run. They've come through. As they head around, Jason and I are going to head out to catch the boys in the middle. Hope you're enjoying the action. Stay with us. We'll catch up with Aidan, and the boys will be out there to catch up with the winners and grinners. Fantastic racing here. Rowan Tungate, a clean sweep here at the final round. Curry's home track. Puts it up on the back wheel. He certainly has done it well. He'll take second in the championship. Chris Holder will take third. That'll be a podium for the Australian Championship, but what a great night here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is another championship in the books here at the 2019 Australian Speedway Championship. Third place out here, Chris Holder. No,
overall, yeah.
Third overall for the championship. Another solid night out here.
Yeah, not too bad, man. I was, didn't have the speed I'd like, but it was good fun racing and stuff, and had some good races with Maxie and Rowan and the boys. So ran out of steam, I reckon, at the end. I don't know, it just wasn't working, but yeah, third overall. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good to be back here and racing. I haven't raced here for a few years, so happy with that.
How does it feel to come back, obviously, to Australia in front of the home fans, the home crowd, the families around? It's got to feel good to do some races in front of the home family.
Yeah, well, I've done it, for years, and then the last few years I haven't had a chance to. I've been sort of stuck in Europe, but good to be back. And as stupid as it sounds, doing all them driving and all them Ks, it's not that bad. It's good when you're home. So yeah, overall pretty satisfied, but hopefully next year can go a couple better.
Oh, the question that has to be on a lot of people's lips around the world, and of course Australia, what is next for Chris Holder?
We have our European season, so we have like Poland and Sweden weekly, and then this puts me in the qualification for the Grand Prix, so that's good. That's what I sort of wanted to do, and just hopefully just keep building on the whole series. I haven't been that good for the last year and a half or so see what happens.
Still feel like you're starting to come back to the old form?
Yeah, for sure. Feels good. My bikes could probably be a bit better dated out here, but like I said, I just wanted to come back and enjoy it and have some fun and race, and obviously love winning, but at the end of the day, I'm in one piece and it was a good time, so happy with it.
Smile on the face, that's what's important. Congratulations on the championship.
Cheers, man, thank you.
Now we'll get the next man over here, second place in the championship, Rowan Tungate. Mate, it wasn't the night for you to wrap up the title out here as it was last year, but you've come into the home crowd. Perfect points of the evening. You can't have done anything more.
Yeah, I worked hard, and that's what I focused on to do that and beat Max in the heat races. So I did my job, but he was away too far with the points. So I'm disappointed, but I'm happy with how I'm riding, and I think I'm on good form, and I've taken a win, and it's a positive. So I'll go from here, and I'll feel good going back to Europe.
Now, I was just over on the fence with Joshy Pickering, obviously a great mate of yours, and he said if you could want anyone else in this class to win it, great to see Max get the title.
Yeah, definitely. Max is a good friend of mine, and we've always been teammates the last 2 years. So no, I'm really happy for Max, and couldn't have gone to a better bloke.
Well, now you talk about the European Championship. It's not too long until we kick off. Is there a bit of R&R time now?
Yeah, there's a little bit. So now I'll go on a little bit of a holiday and just relax, and then before I know it, I'll be back into it. So yeah, there's a lot of preparing for the season. So there's a lot of work to do before that. So now it's to head down and focus on Europe.
Well, congratulations, and second place in the championship. Very solid. We can't wait to see you back out there in Europe.
Yep, thank you.
Now, Maxie Frick will make his way over here. Mate, what a ride. Rowan has got the job done there in the A final, but it doesn't matter. The fat lady is saying the championship is yours. It's got to be a great night out here at Curry.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm stoked to get the championship. The win on the night would have been a little bit sweeter, but Rowan's super quick around here. To get second to him is, there's no one better to get second to, really. So, yeah, he got me on the car just up there that first lap, and it was all kind of she wrote. So, I felt good on that. I felt like I had good speed, and basically all championship so far, it felt really good. So, a huge shout out to all my sponsors, friends, family, everyone who supported me, everyone involved in the championship. It's been really good. All the boys, they've done a great job. My girlfriend, everyone involved. It's been, a really good championship.
Well, now onward to Europe. You say in February you're heading back out there. It really doesn't seem like he's got a whole lot of break in between these championships.
No, it's pretty quick. So, yeah, we come home for a little bit now, and it's nice. The weather's good, and we can relax a little bit. It's great for training. Also, and to get on the bike a little bit with the Australian Championship is a big bonus, where the guys in Europe obviously aren't riding right now because it's snowed in. So, there's a lot of benefits coming out and racing in Australia. So I'm stoked to be here, and I'm stoked to have won the championship.
Well, you can't have done much more. A very confident win there in the end. Congratulations, Mac Frick, the 2019 champion.
Thank you.
We'll just step over here. And Kevin Williams, Jason Crump, what a night out here for Curry. We saw it very hard, very packed in the end, but the track really formed up.
Hey, it's amazing what you can do when you give guys who understand their own tracks a bit of time, and we gave them a bit of time tonight, and what a track we had. It's 40 degrees plus during the day. It's almost impossible to get water to soak in, and it wouldn't go in. The track was rock hard, but they've worked really, really well, worked hard in that 30 minutes that we gave them. There's a lot to be said about running speedway meetings when the sun goes down, and possibly tonight was something we need to look at in the future and start maybe a little bit later. Credit to all the riders because they performed exceptionally well on the track. The track conditions were good and the riders rose to the occasion and gave us some great racing. And the performance of Rowan Tungate tonight was exceptional. The performance of Max Frick over 5 rounds to win the championship, exceptional. So said earlier on, Max Frick needs to take a few steps forward in Europe. He's taken a big step forward over this series. He needs to carry that form on into Europe and continue progressing, and we could have another rider in the Speedway Grand Prix quite soon.
And you really did look at the form of him. It wasn't just at this round, but of course across the series. He came in here with an 8-point lead, a very comfortable lead into the last round. Just want to throw into that A final though, the race itself.
Yeah, first thing that surprised me a little bit was that Frick chose gate. He had second pick of the gate and he backed himself to come off gate 4. That's a rider riding with a lot of confidence, and Sam Masters made the start from gate 2, which probably I wouldn't have expected, but he rode a great first turn. And unfortunately for Sam, he got swamped by Max one side and Rowan the other side, but the pace of Tungate tonight was pretty special. And I said in commentary with Kevy that in my opinion as a professional rider, looking at the way Rowan performed over the 5 rounds this year, in my opinion he rode all of the circuits better than what he did to become Australian champion last year. So bodes well for the future of Australian Speedway because we've got riders who are stepping up and raising their level. So it's, from my point of view, it's great to see.
You really can see, Kevin, the level raised across the board. You know, we talk about that A final, of course, big race, a lot of diving.